Hey, everybody. Interesting chat today. We're diving into the world of IT service management and asset discovery with a true innovator in the field, Device42. Yama, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Evan. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for being here. Really excited for this chat as we head into VMware Explore, and then we're going to meet up there. But tell us about Device42 and the big idea behind the company and mission.
Yeah, the Device42, it's an interesting company. It essentially, the classic saying, build a better mousetrap, right? When it comes to discovering and finding what's in your environment has been done for many, many years. A lot of tools go and find things in your environment. Just that Device42 does it by 1,000 times better. And the way it started was a story about our founder, Raj Jalan. He was a consultant. He would go to a data center to help consult various different projects, particularly around cloud migrations and updates to technologies and whatnot. The first question he would ask was, okay, what do you have? And what he learned was in 99.9% of the cases, people don't know what they have. And he said, there's got to be a better way. And that's how Device42 was born. Device42 is a very advanced discovery and dependency mapping platform. Essentially, we call ourselves kind of the single source of truth, where it goes a mile wide and a mile deep, finding every technology, old and new, and creates an inventory and creates interdependencies. So that is the foundation to doing a lot of other things, and we'll probably talk about this, but when it comes to cloud migrations, modernization, compliance, just keeping the lights on, running IT, everything starts with having visibility to what you have. And that's what Device42 does. Essentially tells you what you got.
Wow, really impressive. Getting a clear picture of IT resources and saving costs at the same time. Maybe walk through how it works. How, you help with compliance, making audits less of an IT headache. I mean, what is a typical deployment like?
Yeah, one of the things that we did from the get-go was that we realized there's a lot of products out there, particularly today. We live in a subscription world. Everything's by subscription, but most importantly, everything's SaaS-based, right? A lot of technologies that are running in the cloud. When we came across a number of initial customers, they wanted to own the data. They didn't want the data to leave the premises, particularly in the government, banking sectors, and so on. We built the product from the get-go to also be highly secure. What that means is that it's a virtual appliance that deploys inside a data center, inside the customer's environment, does its discovery, and the customer owns everything. Now, we do have the option to running it on as a SaaS and the cloud, but majority of our customers are buying the technology. One of the reasons being that it's highly secure, and through various collectors, what we call internally remote collectors, you can also deploy these remote collectors in different parts of the business to aggregate data into central repository. So for customers, from a deployment perspective, it deploys within days, if not hours. It's very easy to deploy. It's highly secure, and the fact that they own the data. So it all goes back to the data. And essentially, it's easy to deploy, easy to manage, easy to purchase, and they own their own data. It never leaves the premises.
Wow, pretty compelling. I also read here that you contribute to companies' sustainability efforts, which is a big topic these days. How does that work, and how can you help cut down on CO2 emissions?
Yeah, like I said earlier, the fact that Device42 can collect so much information, we can take that and use it a variety of different ways. One of those is that we're able to calculate the greenhouse gas footprint of a particular device. For example, let's say a server, right? How much power does it consume? What is its footprint? And we can take that and then multiply it across the business units, all technologies, because we have access to all that information, and generate a report that says your actual greenhouse gas footprint is this much, and if your objective is to be that much, you need to figure out how to do that. And you can look at that data over time, if we're getting better or worse, and report on that, whether internally or external mandates that require certain industries to be at a certain level of greenhouse gas emissions, they can actually use the product to calculate those things, because again, it goes back to having that visibility, right, in terms of what kind of technologies I have, and then the calculations that's already done for them in terms of, based on these technologies, that's how much greenhouse gas emissions they I guess spew into the environment, and then getting a total calculation for the business as a whole, of a particular business unit, or even an application or particular function of the business as well.
Wow, it's really impressive. It almost sounds magical, this idea of, the seamless discovery. What is the secret sauce behind your technology and to work sort of out of the box?
The secret sauce is we rely and leverage multiple protocols simultaneously. So, and we have a very automated enrichment and deduplication automation process. And the way it works is that, let's say we use multiple protocols from SNMP to WMI to XML to, I mentioned SNMP. We go and collect all this information and create that inventory. But what's unique about Device42 is a lot of products go collect the data and say, there's a server, that's a router, that's a switch, put it in a database. We actually normalize that information so that the router is a router, switch is a switch, and based on the vendor, we can actually look at third-party information and look at their end of life, end of support, and embed that information as well. So there's an enrichment process, data that the customer doesn't even have. If they allow that, basically it does have to go to the cloud and collect that data. Nothing leaves, but things come, right? But if that's turned on, essentially you're getting third-party information as well. So in that process of collecting data, we're collecting through multiple languages. Then we're categorizing these. A servers go into the server bucket, routers and switches in here, and applications there. And then we normalize them so that they all look consistent. And then we enrich them with additional data. And we keep this fresh every day so that when you come and sit in front of Device42, when you look at it in your environment, you know that that's 100% accurate to what you have. And you can access not only what you have, but also show me a report of my devices that need an update, right? Show me my devices that are being end of life, or end of support is coming up. Show me the interdependencies. Okay, I have a server that's having a hiccup. It's a problem. What business applications relies on the server, or whether it's a database, right? So you can see that connectivity as well in one place.
Wow, super interesting. So, with all the change and disruption and multi-cloud and hybrid we're seeing out there, downtime has become the bane of existence to IT leaders. How do you think about ensuring minimal downtime and, during the, challenging times in technology?
Yeah, there was a study that we looked at. Actually, there's been multiple studies, but most recently it confirmed the same result, which is, I think of 85 or 90% of the world's IT problems are caused by one thing.
Wow.
That is humans, people.
Wow, okay.
They go make a change, they unplug something, they mess around things, and then they don't know the domino effect of that problem, right? So we do know that change is the number one cause of issues. Now, we can't stop that. People will continue to do that. What we can do is provide a better mechanism in documenting and managing change, which Device42, by the way, can help with. But more importantly, it's not an if, but when a problem happens, how quickly can I resolve that issue? And one of the problems is, if you look at an application outage, the first problem that the IT admins need to identify is, okay, what's causing that outage? Is it the application? Is it the service, the network? Is it the client? Is it a particular something else? Is it a hack? What is it? So we've seen across our customers up to actually starting at 60% improvement in the speed at which they can solve a problem. And the way it works is that you get an alert that from your ITSM solution, for example, that there is an outage, or from your performance tools that there's an outage. A ticket is created. You have only an IP address. Well, based on that IP address, I can go to Device42 and search for that IP address and see that it belongs to this particular server. It sits in this room, in this rack, in this building, in this city, belongs to this person. The last update was on this date. It's connected to these databases. It's these applications rely on it. Get all those answers within seconds, right? And now I know how important, how critical this problem is. What do I need to do? Who do I call? How do we solve this problem? How do we avoid it in the future? So that process of troubleshooting, it's accelerated multiple times because, again, it goes back to the fact that, hey, you know what you got and you know how things are interconnected as a result of it. So a lot of our customers, hundreds of thousands of customers, rely on Device42 every day. These admins are sitting in front of the computer. The ticket comes in. That's how they're solving the problem. First question is, okay, what is it and where is it? And who do I call? So that's it's a huge problem, continues to be a huge problem, but humans will continue to break things.
That is true for sure. The other thing business leaders are concerned about and want are better decision-making tools and insights to boost efficiency and enhance operations. What do you provide to them for that?
We work with a lot of partners like Dell and Accenture and Wipro and various others, where they take our technology and bring it into their customers to do a lot of planning, migration, modernization type of consulting and deliver their services. So what we deliver is what I call the pre, during, and post visibility, right? In terms of, we worked with a very large, one of the oldest department stores that was moving a lot of their workloads to the cloud, but they wanted to determine which workloads are ripe for cloud migration. And they wanted to have visibility before the planning, during, and after. And Device42 was giving them that because it continuously refreshes. They can see, okay, these servers, we actually have a technology built into the product that it calculates and recommends which cloud you should go to. We call the cloud recommendation engine. So the cloud recommendation engine looks at pricing, looks at technology, and says based on the behavior of this particular application server, this particular cloud, whether it's AWS, Azure, or GCP, and others, here's where you need to, we recommend you should go. So they were using Device42 for getting a visibility in terms of what needs to go to the cloud. And then once they were kind of bursting to the cloud and moving things to the cloud, next question was, okay, is everything still running, everything intact? And then post-event, looking at, what kind of improvements did we see? So that whole journey of cloud migration can be delivered with Device42. And every day, like I said, a lot of our very large consulting companies out there use Device42 to bring and to deliver their services for that purpose. But we also have a lot of customers that are running hybrid environments, and they're constantly either moving things to the cloud or bringing them down because of the fact that sometimes things get very expensive or cheap. For example, Ticketmaster. Let's take Ticketmaster as an example. These guys, when the next, I don't know, I'm not very close to the latest trend music, but let's say the next superstar drops the ticket, and ticket sales go on, and thousands of millions of people hit their servers. They prepare in advance, days in advance of that, knowing that all hell's going to break loose on this day when those tickets drop, right? So they have to leverage a lot of cloud environments, cloud workloads, and they have to know what applications to put to the cloud. When that happens, the ticket sales happen, and then as the ticket sales kind of wind down, it's very expensive to keep things in the cloud. Then they bring it back down to their on-prem environments. So that process of constantly moving things to the cloud and back down, that's where you need that visibility as well. That's an extreme case. Other extreme cases are like Powerball, the ticket, like lottery companies. That when the Powerball reaches 200 million, everybody starts buying lottery tickets and checking the numbers and so on. Similar situation. But in day-to-day business, we don't realize it, but we do have trends summertime, wintertime, spring, fall, and so on. Different businesses have different timelines or cycles throughout the year that they need to consider in terms of what needs to be in the cloud, what not, what shouldn't be, and then if things that need to go there permanently, tracking those on a regular basis as well.
Yeah, it's extraordinary. You recently announced your acquisition by Freshworks, great company, and partnership. How do you see that doing more for IT teams, and what do you envision moving forward?
Oh, I'm personally super excited. I had a dinner with the Freshworks, a few of the executives, almost 3 years ago in San Francisco, and I met these guys, and I said, "Wow, this is a great company to be part of." And my dream or hopes came true. What Freshworks does is really cool. They're the cutting edge in terms of delivering the best ITSM solution, and it's one of the fastest growing part of the business. That's the IT service management products. A lot of investments going on the AI front and so on. One of the things that we did prior to the acquisition is that we went to market together, and we found that a lot of customers were buying Device42 with Freshworks together. Device42 delivering the what I call the mile wide, mile deep discovery and dependency mapping, feeding it directly into Freshservice of Freshworks' ITSM solution. And now they have, when a ticket comes in, they have all this information that's tied to that ticket with a single click, right? So that's where the rubber hit the road, and we got a lot of attraction, and we decided to merge together. So the acquisition happened about 2 months ago or so, and we're working through building even more tighter integrations, more capabilities, and more investments, an enormous amount of investment that Freshworks is making in Device42 to accelerate our roadmap as well. So all in all, a great marriage, and I couldn't be happier. So we're very excited to be part of this family.
Well, phenomenal. Congratulations. We're both headed off to VMware Explore by Broadcom. Big get together in the VMware community, huge base of customers and opportunities. What's your particular point of view or idea behind heading to VMware Explore? What are you hoping to learn, discover, share?
Yeah, we attend this event regularly. We'll have a stand there. One of the fundamental reasons why we attend VMware's conference is because the people that run IT, the databases and the applications, the hypervisors, that's our bread and butter. That's where we help our people the most, particularly around, if they have migration projects, running IT on a regular basis, whether they have compliance mandates, internal or external, all those things we talked about, we help these folks. And last year I was there. We had a lot of great, interesting conversations. We actually closed a number of deals as a result of that event. After the event, we hope for the same this year. And we'll be giving away these really nifty lightsabers. I mean, people find it funny, but a lot of people come around. They're like, "We know you for your lightsabers." We do have other things more than lightsabers, but we'll be one of the companies looking if you are there.
I will be after a lightsaber. Hopefully, I don't know how you get that home. Do you put it in the overhead compartment? I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yes, lightsabers for everyone.
We check.
TSA approved. You think of everything. Well, suppose a customer or partner is looking to get started with a modern, fresh, no pun intended, approach to ITSM and IT asset management. How do they start? I mean, how do you embark on this journey? Is there a trial or demo, or how do you sort of embark on the journey?
Absolutely. So there's a trial on the website. You can download it and use it for free for a limited number of devices. That's always available. But if everything else fails, there's an email, info@device42.com. That email gets to me, a number of my team members, and we are pretty much on top of those things. So if you have a particular need or as a partner, you want to become a partner, info@device42, and we'll get you in the right hands. So easy peasy.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for taking time out to, share the unique, opportunity and insights here. Everyone check out the website. There's some great webinars and workshops and educational content, not just all marketing. And I'll see you in person. Thanks so much.
All right. Looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.